4 bodies, 3 minds, yet weirdly, no manual. Part 3. Harnessing the power of your spiritual body and connection to higher consciousness. Now, most ancient cultures had a spiritually driven system for personal growth and development. That's why the elders of the village were revered. They had collated and absorbed a lifetime's worth of knowledge and wisdom. They had direct access to their symbolic spirit gods, and they could communicate with them on a higher plane of existence. Interestingly enough, the high priestesses and high priests of these cultures had faith in their symbolic gods, as did their people. They didn't have a need to consciously or logically understand them, or attempt to scientifically prove their existence or explain the power that they represented. They simply believed, and because of that belief, they consistently looked for signs that their gods were acknowledging, guiding, and supporting them. They literally looked for their prayers to be answered, and this focus ensured that the evidence they required was there for them. Now, these ancient cultures all had some form of ritual, a way of transcending the physical and creating an altered state of consciousness, changing their everyday waking state to create a portal to their gods through higher consciousness. In many cultures, like the Tibetans, Indians and Hawaiians, rhythmic chanting is used to block consciousness, to open a channel to the unconscious and higher consciousness. In Africa, they very much have highly charged, energetic and in some cases frenzied tribal dancing to create that same altered state of consciousness. In South America, they have ayahuasca, among other processes. This is a plant-based drink with hallucinogenic qualities, similar to that of kava used by the Polynesian culture. One of the most ancient surviving cultures, the Aborigines, had their time out of time as a way of connecting with their gods through the process of dreamtime. Now, all of these systems have worked for these cultures through the ages, and there's no right or wrong way to create this connection. I think the key point to remember is that times were simpler then. There wasn't nearly as much energetic clutter influencing the mental and emotional bodies of an individual. A healthy, thriving ancient community in the Amazon were mostly functioning well in the physical with a good diet and a healthy outdoor active lifestyle. They had belief and balance in the mental and emotional. I can imagine there wasn't too much for them to get their heads around mentally, and I'm pretty certain that envy, jealousy, vanity, doubt, self-esteem issues and anxiety didn't play a massive part in their day-to-day lives. They would have had an acceptance, all knowing their place and actively playing their part. Because of this balance in the physical, mental and emotional, and of course their ancient traditions, making up a proven and effective system, then a connection to the spiritual through stimulating their higher consciousness was easier and more predictable for them. Our modern culture has several first world problems that make this ancient process far more difficult. Life is more mentally and emotionally challenging than it was 4,000 years ago. Just imagine how potent it would be for you if you could truly learn how to function 100% in the physical, 100% in the mental, 100% in the emotional, as well as 100% in the spiritual. And of course, along with having an optimum connection and flow operating within your conscious, unconscious, and higher conscious functioning, able to easily experience the connection to universal consciousness. I reckon in your day-to-day life, the people around you are lucky to be functioning 30 to 50% in the physical, with obesity, smoking, drinking, and all the other many forms of substance addiction. They will be hardly functioning at all in the mental, maybe only 10%, being closed in their thinking, already believing they know exactly what's what. Their emotional functioning will probably be erratic at best, maybe around 10% of what's possible. And at times the mood swings will no doubt be quite extreme, triggered easily and with little evidence of any predictable control whatsoever. And these very same people who have little or no self-awareness may well be chasing spiritual enlightenment as an answer to their ills. Unwilling to master all of the physical, mental and emotional realms, but keen to move up into the Premier League and get the keys to the spiritual. There's no such thing as a fast track to spiritual enlightenment. The spiritual realm is the most complex of all. It's the highest state of being, so stands to reason that there will be skills to acquire and expertise to develop, all of which takes time. A true spiritual journey, your journey to Kitha, the most hidden of all hidden things, cannot be taught. You can only be taught a foundational system, a system that will keep you safe as you begin to acquire and learn the skills you will need to complete your spiritual journey. Once this system is learned and practiced, do be prepared for it to take this physical lifetime for you to complete. Now, we're going to be opening up introductory teachings of this powerful ancient wisdom through our personal evolution training system, the details of which we will be sending out to you over the next couple of days. If you feel like you do have a command over your physical, mental and emotional bodies, and you are open to learn more about how to begin your spiritual evolution, then keep an eye on your inbox or email me directly at colin@spiritualmeditationretreat.com. And remember, the spiritual body functions in full collaboration with your higher consciousness.